What's up, YouTube? This is the Primetime Movie Network. I am Primetime James Thomas coming at you with another video. And before we get started on the video, if you are a fan of this channel and if you are a fan of also the Primetime Podcast, my main channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, PrimePod313 is the Cash App, where any donation would greatly be appreciated from $1 to $2 to 10, 20, doesn't matter. Any donation would greatly be appreciated. Also, shout out to all of y'all that showed up for the Temptations movie review. Some pretty good response from that as well. And of course, all the either horror movie related or movie related or TV show related content I provide on this channel as well. It's nice that this channel is growing day by day. Appreciate all y'all that are supporting the channel in their own special way, and hopefully let's keep this going. But on this particular video, I want to talk about a new show um, that's on the airwaves right now. It's a new show on HBO called The Idol. Now, The Idol stars Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, and pop singer The Weeknd. And we are about 3 episodes in so far, and this show is causing a bit of controversy. It's a bit of controversy right now, but not for necessarily the right reasons. Now, it's from the minds of Euphoria. Hell, I think, in fact, Sam Livingston is a director and the producer of the show, along with The Weeknd. I believe he's a writer as well. Yeah. He's a writer on the show as well. And The Weeknd and Sam Livingston came up with the story. And so far with this show, like I said, we're about 3 episodes in, and it's 5 episodes so far. It's going to be 5 episodes on this first season. And now I'm a fan of Euphoria. You know, Euphoria is not for everybody, but I do dig the show. I think it's very entertaining. I think Zendaya is fantastic on the show. I think that whole cast of Euphoria is fantastic. You know, from Sydney Sweeney to Alexa DeMille. Um, that whole cast is fantastic. And like I said, it's not for everybody, but I dig the show. So when an idea of another show by Sam Livingston, and it's about this pop singer trying to go through her mental illness as well as trying to continue her career as a pop singer, sounds interesting to me. I think with how Sam Livingston's his style of Livingston, I'm sorry, I get stunned. It's Livingston. His style of direction, you know, how he shoots shots, all that stuff. I think there's potential there. I think there is potential there. And so far, I still see the potential. But it's not hitting something isn't right. And watching these 3 episodes, I was trying to figure it out, but I think I get what it is. Now, as far as Lily Rose Depp is concerned, as Jocelyn, the star of the show, I think she's been fantastic. I think she's been great in this role. I think she's one of the better things about this show. I do feel that how she portrays Jocelyn when it comes to her mental illness, her breakdown, and how she's portraying herself, it does come across as believable. And the biggest reason why I was into this show concept is because my co-host, Mark, has had a brief cup of coffee of being in the music industry, and he's been around a couple stars here and there, and what he told me was, look, man, from the outsider's point of view, you're looking at all these pop stars. They got the money. They're at these award shows. They're at parties, and you think it's the coolest job in the world. But realistically, these celebrities, these singers are miserable. They are miserable. They're constantly under pressure by the label. They barely have any time to sit down and relax. They're constantly working all the time, constantly in the studio. Is that these people are miserable for the most part, and they cannot live a normal life at all. So when I see Jocelyn and I see Depp's performance, I see that. And I think she's given a good performance. But I think she's handcuffed. Because so far from what I've seen, when it comes to Jocelyn and her team, and her team, or how to navigate Jocelyn, to get this tour done, to get how to get the music done, all that stuff. That to me is the more interesting part of the show so far. And right now, what I think the show's problem is, for one, it's how it's executed, and two, I'm sorry to say, but the biggest reason is The Weeknd. The Weeknd plays Tedros, who is leads this weird ass cult, right? And he begins this relationship with Jocelyn. And look, The Weeknd, great singer, great artist, but I guess he ruins the show. He ruins this show because it's mainly because of Weeknd's acting. He's not charismatic. He's not. Now I've seen the interviews with The Weeknd. That's his point. The Weeknd doesn't want him to be likable. He wants Tedros to come off as a creep. He wants Tedros to not be likable in any way, shape, or form. I get all of that. But if you're playing this cult leader when everybody randomly follows, and you're playing this character who Jocelyn is madly in love with, you kind of got to make the audience feel that. And we don't feel it at all. At all. When Weeknd tries to be intimidating, it doesn't come off as believable. It comes across more as laughable than anything. We tried to come off sexy, and with Jocelyn, it comes off as cringe. It feels like it's trying to be 50 Shades of Grey sometimes, and just doesn't work. I feel that if this first of all, if this show didn't have Tedros in it at all, I think it'd be a better show. I honestly feel it'll be a better show. Because I feel that Jocelyn's story about dealing with her mom's death in this latest episode, we learned about how her mom treated her when she was younger and all that stuff, and the whole concept of how the music industry exploits these pop artists, even though these pop artists are going through some really messed up stuff behind the scenes with their family and all that stuff. But the industry doesn't care because they're trying to make money. They're trying to make money off this artist. I think that is a really cool, really good concept for a show that needs to be talked about, because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes of these pop stars, and you could tell that they're using Britney Spears' experiences, with her public meltdown back in 2007. They're using that as a blueprint for this show. And that whole story is much more interesting to me. When you have, like when you have, with Jocelyn, her assistant Leah, and you have, I'm just pulling up the cast here real quick. Destiny, Dan Levy, Hank Azaria. What's about those people, her team, her entourage, her PR people? That's the more interesting. They're the more interesting characters to me. They're the more interesting characters to me, and I wish it was more told in their perspective and more in Johnson's perspective. Whenever Tedros comes on and the weekend comes on, I just go, ugh, like go away, dude. Like I don't want to see you. And it's a damn shame because I see the potential in this show. I just think Weekend's involvement hinders it. I think it extremely hinders it. And like I said, it's 5 episodes. We're 3 episodes or so. We're damn near done with the first season already. And I don't know if it's going to be a second season because the fans aren't really fucking with this show so far. But I will say that it's not Lily Depp's fault. I think she's doing the best she can. Like I said, her team, Leela played by Rachel Sennott, Hank Azaria as Shyam. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Eugene Levy and Destiny by Divine Randolph. Well, yeah, she was Dolomite is my name. I thought she looked familiar. But when Jane Addams as Nikki Katz, when it's about them, that's as interesting. And also, here's another thing too. The whole cult thing and the whole love story. Look, we're 5 episodes. We've only got 5 episodes. We kind of got to move the story along. I think that's a problem. The whole relationship between The Weeknd and Jocelyn feels very forced, very rushed. It feels like we didn't earn it. Like it literally, the second you meet Tedros in the nightclub, you knew he's up to some shady shit. You just felt it. He had that vibe. Leela, I believe her name is. She felt a vibe about him. And Josh was like, I don't know, that's what I kind of like about him and all that stuff. And it's like, huh? And then before we know it, he's moved in. His whole fucking cult pretty much has moved in. He's now taken over everything. And it's like, whoa, how much time has passed? It literally feels like that we've gone through a 6-month relationship in like 3 weeks. That's another problem. So it's a shame. Look, I'm 3 episodes. I'm gonna finish the show, obviously, because I'm already knee deep in at this point. But yeah, man, I feel like I see the potential of the show that could work. It's just not. It's just not. The shooting efficiency is just off the mark. I think a lot of that has to do with the Weeknd. He's not an actor. He's not. He's a singer. And I know sometimes singers can translate into acting, but he's just not doing it for me right now. You know, he's not believable as intimidating. I mean, I guess he's kind of believable at coming across as a sleaze, as a complete douchebag, because I've always kind of had that vibe about the Weeknd. He does look like somebody who just you should not trust. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be really interesting to see. It's gonna be really interesting to see. Like I said, Lily Rose Depp, I think is trying her best. I really enjoy her performance. I enjoy the performance of her entourage, of her team, and I just feel like the story should be more about Jocelyn looks like what's coming off a very bad mental breakdown, and her trying to get better and trying to deal with the politics of the music industry, the politics of the business, how shady and shisty and shitty they are, and her trying to keep herself together. I think that's where the money is in this story. But of course, Weeknd got a Weeknd, and we had to add his subplot. I believe it's unnecessary. I believe Weeknd is completely unnecessary to this story. But let me know you guys' thoughts. What are you guys' thoughts on The Idol so far? Do you guys love the show? Do you guys feel like everything? Do you guys feel they're hitting a home run? Do you feel like everything I'm saying is completely bullshit? Let me know. Are you like me, where you're like, you want to like the show, you see the potential in the show, but there's a glaring red flag on the play? Let me know your guys' thoughts on the show, The Idol. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below your thoughts. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. So, this Sunday is episode 4 of The Idol. And I may come back and let you guys know my thoughts on episode 4. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So, everyone, have a good day. And I am out. Peace.